Sri Naidu became the Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh. The Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh. He has made significant contribution to national policies as well. Sri Naidu proposed the concept of the Golden Quadrilateral Highway Network during the Prime Minister tenure of Shri Atalji, and contributed to telecom policy reforms. In fact, I was telecom secretary and I can corroborate. He was the one who contributed to telecom policy reforms, opened it up, that laid the foundation of India's IT revolution. Sri Naidu led the integration of technology into governance and served as convener of the Committee on Digital Payments. He championed civil aviation reforms by supporting the open sky policy. Today, we all have many private-run airports. All that concept was suggested by him and fortunately adopted. After 2009, as leader of the opposition, Sri Naidu remained committed to public welfare. Earning people's trust through consistent advocacy. In 2024, he returned as Chief Minister with renewed vision and focus. Sri Naidu has won several awards, including IT Indian of the Millennium from India Today, Business Person of the Year by the Economic Times, South Asian of the Year by Times Asia, Golden Peacock Award for Leadership in Public Service and Economic Transformation. He also got recognized about the membership, included in the membership in the World Economic Forum Dream Cabinet. He was described as one of the hidden 7 working wonders of the world by Profit. Naidu was offered, as a part of his recognition, honorary professorship by the US Business School, the Kellogg School of Management in 2000. Sir, just 1 or 2 lines about this museum and this institution called now PMML. The Prime Minister's Museum and Library was established on 1st April 1966. The institution proudly houses one of the nation's most distinguished library in the field of history, social science, and public policy. After the inauguration, sir, of Pradhan Mantri Sangrahalaya in April 2022, we started a new PM lecture series in which lectures focusing on lives and achievements of all our prime ministers are organized. The inaugural lecture was delivered by Honorable former President of India, Sri Kovind, on the life and legacy of Sri Atal Bihari Vajpayee. Sri Arif Muhammad Khan delivered the second lecture on Jawaharlal Nehru. Sri T.N. Nainan delivered third lecture on Lal Bahadur Shastri. Dr. Karan Singh delivered fourth lecture on Indira Gandhi, and Shri Haribans, our Deputy Chairman of the Rajya Sabha, delivered fifth lecture on Shri Chandrasekhar. Today we have the sixth lecture in that series. I now take this opportunity to invite Shri Naidu to speak on Bharat Ratna Shri p.v.narasimha Rao, who had also served as the Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh. I welcome Shri Naidu to deliver the lecture.
Thank you for delivering the welcome address, sir.
Chairman, Prime Minister's Museum and Library, respected Sri Nupendra Mishra ji, Director, Prime Minister's Museum and Library, Sri Ashwini Lohan ji, and also respected N.V. Subhash, eldest grandson of p.v.narasimha Rao, now BJP spokesperson of Telangana, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good evening, all of you. We have gathered here today to reflect on the life and legacy of one of the greatest sons of Bharat Mata, and also Bharat Ratna, our Prime Minister, former Prime Minister p.v.narasimha Rao garu. p.v.narasimha Rao garu, I had a very good equation because we were all one state, from Telugu state at that time. I had a very good equation with him. I know him very well. He was a great statesman and also visionary. The Telugu community is proud of him. He was a true Telugu Bidda who reshaped the destiny of our great nation. Born in a humble family, that too farming family, he showed brilliance from a young age. He was a student leader, a freedom fighter, a scholar fluent in 17 languages. Now we are all talking, why should we learn Hindi? Not only he learned Hindi, he has learned 17 languages. That is how he has become a great man. I am very happy. Today I witnessed one of the best, our museum. I really appreciate management committee. Now if you come here, who is who has brought what public policy, how it is reflecting on our lives, and also how it is going to reflect for future of all of us. If you go back again, his political journey, p.v.narasimha Rao is a shining example of balanced and thoughtful leadership. He served the country in many important roles as a Member of Parliament, Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, as Union Minister for External Affairs, Defence, Home, and of course finally Prime Minister of India. Very few leaders have had such vast experience, who is aware of social, political and economic challenges country is facing. If you see here, post-independence India, I am dividing two parts. One is from freedom to economic reforms. From economic reforms to now, post and pre-independent economic reforms. In the pre-economic reform era, before 1991, India followed a socialist economic model. Economy saw heavy regulations, restrictions known as license Raj. Foreign investments was limited and business faced a lot of hurdles. The economy grew very slowly, averaging at around 3 to 4%. These are all history. By 1991, India was facing major economic crisis. By mid-1991, our foreign exchange reserves hit just sufficient for few weeks to import diesel and petrol. We are forced to pledge our sovereign gold. It was time to bring in bold reforms and usher in a forward-looking public policy. Always I consider public policy is a deadly combination. If you evolve proper public policy and execute properly, then you can transform totally country's future or state's future. If you see here, as India was facing this challenge, major global challenges in policy and reforms were shaping the world. In 1978, Deng Xiaoping, just now, Chairman has introduced p.v.narasimha was Deng Xiaoping of India. His philosophy, economic philosophy in China, which is summarized by the famous saying, always I used to quote this quotation, it should not matter if a cat is black or white. If it catches mice, it is a good cat. We are calculating if it is black, then it is even sometimes we will go back sentiments. So that is how he made summarized. And also China had launched economic reforms and the impact of the same was seen globally now. During 1891, Mikhail Gorbachev introduced major politico-socio-economic reforms under the umbrella of perestroika and glasnost. Two big countries, two different type of reforms. These two public policies took two countries in different directions. If you see today, China and also erstwhile Russia, it is in this context that p.v.narasimha Rao became the Prime Minister in India in June 1991. He recognized that the crisis was an opportunity and realized that India needed bold economic reforms. He went ahead and launched the economic reforms, launched the historic economic reforms, that is in 1991. He has changed the future of India. We are all here today. We are enjoying the benefits of his economic reforms, the fruits of his reforms, either education or so many things if you can go through now. Previously, that is pre-economic reforms and post-economic reforms, there is a vast difference. According to me, is a game changer. One, China, Deng Xiaoping was respected in that angle. India's Deng Xiaoping, p.v.narasimha Rao, nobody can forget his contribution for the nation. it is important to note that he was heading a minority government, not comfortable government. To bring in bold reform, political consensus is required. Because of his political acumen, he was able to convince all stakeholders and bring consensus across all political parties beyond their political ideologies. Some intellectuals, friends are there, even media. At that time, India used to talk some parties are talking communism, some parties are talking capitalism, some people are talking socialism. But to convince all these people and bring in one platform, it's very difficult. That is the greatest achievement p.v. Narasimha garu was able to achieve. I really compliment him. p.v. Narasimha garu ended the license Raj and made it easier to start and run businesses. He opened up the Indian economy to foreign investment. He reduced import duties, simplified taxes, and allowed private and foreign players into many sectors. He removed restrictions on trade and brought in financial reforms. Thanks to reforms, India's balance of payments crisis was addressed. Economy opened up and started slowly growing steadily. The reforms helped improve the overall economic environment and set the stage for future growth. Because of these reforms, around 1995, IT revolution has come. Indians has taken first mover advantage in IT. And also today, we are having a windful gain. That is where demographic dividend. All countries are facing aging problem. Only India is having advantage by having this type of youngsters. They are the future. I am 100% confident India will become very powerful in course of time. Because of this combination of three strengths, economic reforms, first mover advantage in IT, and democratic dividend, India started moving ahead. After Narasimha ji, Atal Bihar Vajpayee ji laid the solid foundation for the development of physical infrastructure and telecom revolution in this country. I am very fortunate I was associated with him. Napendra Mishra ji was with Prime Minister as Principal Secretary at that time. We had a wonderful time. He was able to achieve major milestones in the field of infrastructure projects, national highways, airports, ports, power projects, telecom, and setting up of information technology and industrial parks to boost industrial production and exports. India witnessed, that was his era, nobody can.
Global Vice President for International Federation of Electric Vehicle Association. I have a personal request to you for the stage, and I'll hand it over to you. And my question immediately is, 2047 is the period we are all looking for, and hope we are all, some of us are really alive. And before that, what are the key measures, what are the key specifics that the citizens have to follow, the political system has to follow, and the governments have to follow, number one. And the second one is, how do we reduce the walls between each of these parameters? Thank you.
Thank you.
No, very simple. 2047 is a reality. With proper public policy, good public policy, execution by good leader, strong leader. It is possible to achieve 2047, Vikasit Bharat. My aim is to reach third place, it is automatic. From there, to become first one with effort. Suppose Honorable Prime Minister is leading the country. All our responsibility, what is good for the nation, what is good for us, we have to adopt it. Then only it is possible. Always I am saying, hard work is no longer relevant. Smart work is, we need smart work. Earlier we used to carry so much of luggage or hard work, agriculture, everything. Now everywhere machines have come, automation has come, and things are happening very drastically. Some people are having even today some doubts. Can we grow that fast? Our Indians have proved. I can say proudly, 20-25 years time, you go anywhere in the world, highest per capita income earners are Indians. That is a great contribution within 25 years' time. If India with a dedication will work, it is possible. Again, one more question, what you are asking, how to work together. If you practice yoga, meditation, yoga for 5-10 minutes, half an hour, spend 1 hour for yourself, you will see the change. That is where simple things, little bit mindset change, you are going to achieve abnormal results. Thank you.
Yeah, please take the mic to the young man there. Yes. Please be brief. Yeah. Please speak a bit louder.
My name is Satvik Devarapur. I'm doing my master's in philosophy from the University of Delhi. As you rightly pointed out, we have a perfect democratic privilege. And as well, you also... So what reforms do you envision for Andhra Pradesh? Technological education and encouragement of youth in politics. What reforms and what public policy might you envision for your government?
No, I started my reforms, so many reforms. As you rightly mentioned, Government of India has started quantum mission. America is having Silicon Valley. Why can't we have Quantum Valley? That is where I started Quantum Valley in India. Second one, not only talking, quantum computers we are going to get by 1st January 2026, we are going to operate in India with quantum computing. For that, people like you have to write algorithms now. That is where I am bringing curriculum changes with public policies, everything. Second one, as you rightly mentioned, youngsters in politics. Today, my parliamentary party is the youngest parliamentary party in parliament. All are youngsters. My Ram Mohan Naidu, who is civil aviation minister, is the youngest minister in the cabinet, central cabinet. That is how we brought so many youngsters. And also my MLAs are also all are youngsters and educated. It is where conscious decision as a political party we are taking for better impact and also better results. So not only talking, with execution, we are going to achieve all these things. So at least now you must get some inspiration. I asked one more youngster here, are you interested in politics? He said, sir, I am interested, but I am interested now in technology.
Yes.
That is where you are all escaping.
Yes. The next question. No, please come.
Honorable Naidu, great pleasure to meet you. The greatness of p.v.narasimha, I am son of post and a senior lawyer to the Supreme Court and as part of Uncle P.V.'s inner circle. And his greatness was first discovered by Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru in the year 1961. And he used to act as an interpreter. And Jawaharlal Nehru, in his Twist with Destiny speech, would say, peace is indivisible, so is freedom, so is prosperity, and so is disaster in the one world which is no longer can be broken into isolated fragments. How would you react to that in the present conflict, of war and bloodshed and disaster and lack of prosperity?
Oh yes, all over the world now ego problems. And also we are creating unrest. There I really appreciate Honorable Prime Minister. He is working with global leaders for global peace also. And at the same time, terrorist attack is not only talking, he is promoting and acting. Recently, Pakistan, when they attacked us in the name of Sindoor, with precision, within 25 minutes, they have taught them a lesson. But we are not against Pakistan and any other country. If they come on our border or they create any terror or any violence on us, we are not going to tolerate. That message is important. That is how he has given message. Everybody should confine like this. Then there will be global peace. That is what I am saying.
Yes.
Yes, sir, my basic question is that we are finding that as far as the p.v.narasimha's criticism is concerned, it is that we are finding that a lot of services and a lot of modern industries are growing. But as far as agriculture is lagging behind, and some of the domestic even industry, traditional industries like arts and crafts they are also not performing that well after this liberalization period. So how can we take that forward, so that we can have much more fair and equitable growth for our masses, So what is your thoughts on that?
Thank you.
Traditional occupations or industries. For example, your food habits have been changed. Earlier, all of us used to eat only wheat or rice or little bit vegetables. Today, we are eating only protein, especially fruits or vegetables or millets. This is where food habits have changed. Now agriculture practices we have to change. Then only we will survive. Always transformation in society. All economies have started with agriculture, then industry, then service. Now Indian economy has gone to service sector, and also industry is developing to little, but based on agriculture even today predominant. It will take some time, but ultimately agriculture always we have to support, governments has to support and handhold, then only they will survive. Compared to living standards, those who are in services or IT sector, all these things, they are getting more money by way of salaries, everything. But farmers are not getting that type of money, but they are also having aspirations to educate their children, living standards, everything, their expectations are different. How to match this? This is where again public policies. That is where I told you, in India, equitable distribution is better compared to China and America. America, there is a wealth. More focused on few individuals or 10%, 20%, 30% like that. India is more equitable, but that is not enough. That is where I am saying P3, public-private partnership. That is where we created roads, telecom, power, education, everything. In the process, some people earn money, they have become wealthiest persons. But inequalities in society are picking up even today. This is where I am saying P4, public-private people's partnership. top 10% of high net worth individuals has to adopt bottom 20% of poor people, last mile. It is a continuous process. We have to give back to the society. Today you have seen Bill Gates. 99% of his wealth is transferring for charity. Recently Vedanta, they are also giving 75%. Give back to the society has become a reality now. So these are all new concepts, we have to work it out, and at the same time, public policies are very important. What type of society we need in future? We want to replicate America, or replicate some other countries, or equitable society, so that everybody should have better living standards. Then only there is a meaning for wealth, otherwise there is no meaning. Even people like us are working day and night, whom sake? Not to make billionaires and trillionaires. At the end of the day, we wanted to make poor people happy and having better living standards. That is our idea.
Thank you. Honorable Chief Minister has talked about demographic dividend being one of the greatest strengths of India. So the last question, the chance for a very brief last question, goes to the young lady who has been raising her hand from the beginning. Please be brief.
I'm Shrishi from p.v.narasimha. My question was, we are assuming India to stand as the first nation, the highest ranking nation in 2047. But my question is, we are not only behind the 90%. So we are having a lot many areas where we are lacking behind. There are not many areas where people are in need of government relief. There are not many sectors that should be taken care of. So what are your plans, not only for Andhra Pradesh, but for whole nation? What is your vision?
Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
I am very happy your youngster, she is having great social responsibility towards the nation. She asked a very good question. I congratulate her. First of all, you start developing economy. Then only wealth will be created. Then that wealth, how to redistribute for overall development. That is very important. As you rightly mentioned now, there are some sectors are not doing well. There are some families are not doing well. Some regions are not doing well. This is where we have to work together, how to plan each sector to move forward, each region how to take forward. For all our background, if you can go through, there is a historical reason, there is an economic reason, there is a political reason. I can say one thing here, India is very great country in my view, not only economic, all these things. Our forefathers and sisters have inherited legacy of family life. If you go to anywhere, America, marriages are on contract, divorces are common. Other countries, if you go, this type of stable families are not there. That is the gift we are all inherited. Family gives security in all round, either health security or financial security or sometimes happiness. If all of us will go home, have a cup of coffee with family members, then you forget about all tensions. That is the biggest advantage Indians are having. Now in India, if you can go through other religions also, all Indian families are like that, more or less. This is a new culture. I am assuring you, time will come, things are happening now, overall development will come. That is where I am saying public policy. That is only public policy will be created by politicians, not citizens. You may vote for us, I have to create a public policy. That is where game changer. p.v.narasimha, 1991, he started economic reforms. Earlier, 3%, 4% growth, Now we are able to reach 6, 7, 8%, but there is a potential to reach 10% plus. If we reach 10% growth, then we can reach new heights, that is above China, even America. So every sector you have to focus. That is where Vikasit Bharat, clear milestones for the nation. I am having Swarna Andhra Pradesh, clear milestones for 2047. With all sectors, all people. I am confident we can achieve it. That is where I am saying wealthy, healthy, happy society. That is inclusive growth rate. That is possible.
Thank you, sir, for agreeing for this Q&A session. We have a very, no, we don't have time. We have run out of time. We have a very distinguished audience today. The son of late Shri Narasimha Rao, Mr. Prabhakar Rao, and the grandson, Mr. N.V. Subhash are there. I would like to now invite them to come to the stage to present a shawl to Honorable Chief Minister. Now I would like to invite our director, Mr. Ashwini Lohani, to deliver the formal vote of thanks. After the formal vote of thanks, kindly join us for high tea outside the auditorium.
Thank you, Ravi. Today we heard a wonderful lecture on the life and legacy of p.v. Narasimha Rao, ex-Prime Minister, organized under the Prime Minister Lecture Series by the Center for Contemporary Studies in the Prime Minister's Museum and Library. We are indeed grateful to the dynamic Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, Honorable ChandraBabu Garu, for accepting our request and delivering an interesting, informative and captivating lecture. Your visit, sir, has been inspirational for all of us. We are deeply honored. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. We are also thankful to the Honorable Minister of State for Communications, Dr. Chandrasekhar Garu, and the Honorable Members of Parliament who are present for gracing the event. Thank you very much, sirs. Thank you, members of the media, for covering this landmark event. A big thank you to all the esteemed guests, ladies and gentlemen, for a gracious presence, and the young children, young school children. Thanks are also due to Mr. Nipet Mishra Garu, Chairman Executive Council, and Dr. Sur Prakash Garu, Member of the Executive Council, for the constant support and guidance. And lastly, I would like to thank all the officers and staff of the Prime Minister's Museum and Library for their continuous efforts towards achieving excellence and for organizing today's event successfully. Thank you all. Jai Hind.